All right, let's watch this first video and then we'll talk. Let's see. There you
It's
go.
not me trying to be gender biased in your life. In your life, as a young man, no girl, no lady. It doesn't matter whatever you think she is. Not one on the face of the earth deserves to be spent on, lived for, wasted on when your mother is alive. When your sister is alive. When your guardian is alive. Let me advise you, when you want to enter a relationship with a lady, say, what do? You say nothing. Run. Any lady who has nothing doing, don't date her. Any lady who has nothing doing, don't date her. Are you following what I'm saying? She must have something doing. If you say, all I you see me now, all the she's sending you pictures of, that's nonsense. Even if she's picking stones from the ground, even if it is hair, in fact, when you see one making hair, doing all that, she does makeup. Oh, please go, because she will know the value of money, because she's working for money. But the one that is not working does not know the value of money. Give her anything, she will blow it. Don't get yourself involved with that kind of thing. It's going nowhere. Are you following me?
Apostle, we hear of this.
Chidima, I played that one for you. I played that one for you. Anyway, that was Apostle Suleman. He said a lot of things that a lot of people feel. I mean, this person that posted this video,
This is not me.
feels that he's aligning with GehGeh. If you don't know who GehGeh is, we did a live session maybe about 5 sessions ago, where we talked about the rise of GehGeh. GehGeh is the guy that you're looking at on the screen. This guy right here. This guy with his face right there. Yeah, that with his face right next to my moving face here. You know, he's been teaching men to get it together, right? GehGeh is another example of 99% right and 1% poison. That's GehGeh, you know. So now that Apostle Suleman is saying this, some people are saying he's saying the same thing that GehGeh has been saying. But here's the thing: I've always said this. Even a broken clock is right at least twice a day, right? Just because somebody says something as right doesn't mean that they can't. Their talking point cannot absolutely destroy you, or maybe the full context of what they're trying to say cannot destroy you. It can, in fact, destroy you. So it makes it difficult, because I'm saying they're saying something that's right, but at the same time it can destroy you. Well, that's where wisdom comes in. But I want to play this video again because there's some nuances there that I want us to pay attention to. In fact, there was an argument on TikTok yesterday. I've been spending a lot of time using TikTok as a radio. You know, there's an argument about this question on a date. What do you bring to the table, right? And some people say, but women ask the same question. They say, what do you do? Well, it depends on how it's been asked, right? Again, it's not the exact words. It's about the meanings behind the words, right? It's about the intention. Well, no, it's not about your intentions. It's actually about the impact behind the words, okay? And there's some other things behind the words too. Like we need a holistic understanding of why people ask that question. The reason why people ask those questions are, I can argue that they're valid, right? For some people it's valid. For some people they are using it to manipulate their way through getting to an answer they're looking for. For example, somebody that say, what do you bring to the table? They might want to know, honestly, what you bring to the table. Are like, are you going to come into my life and be a leech, right? Or they're just lame. They heard somebody say it on the internet and they took that to a date, right? I think the source of that question was originally somebody not knowing that question, as valid as that question might be, is not designed for when you're on a date with a potential romantic partner, right? Now, I had a conversation with a gentleman yesterday, and I said, I answer this question first. Is this for a romantic date? Is the objective romantic? And then he goes, no. And I had a back and forth with him quickly, and I put it to him that he's a lover boy and he's just trying to protect himself. And he actually said, I'm right. So, and most people will not admit to that because of coconut head, So, and that's where all of these talking points are coming from. People are trying to protect themselves, and they are building a castle around themselves that will eventually cave in on them. Write that down, take that to the bank. Sounds like Kevin Samuel. Another Kevin Samuel is that 1% that destroys them. Exactly. That's what it is. It's not that they're not. The only reason why they're able to get any leeway, how much more going viral, is because they're actually saying things that when you write it down on paper, is right, black and white. But there's poison. There's poison, and that's what I want to spell out. Let me listen to this again. It's only 2 minutes. Then let's take it from there. Let's see. It's not trying to be gender biased. Uh-oh, let me refresh, guys. Let me refresh. I'll be right back. Our audio is out. All this hotel internet connection is here. My issues. Keep praying for me, guys, so that I won't have to. Maybe I won't have to travel so much anymore.
Not one on the face of the earth.
Not one. Not women. Not one woman on the face of the earth. Let's go back.
It doesn't matter whatever you think she is.
It doesn't matter what you think she is.
Not one
on the face of the earth
deserves to be spent on, lived for, wasted on when your mother is alive.
Okay, now here's the problem. Once you bring in your mother is alive, it becomes a matter of a comparison to the mother and the sisters. That is problematic. There's no reason why a pastor should feel a need to preach this message ever, knowing, if he knows the nature of marriage at all, that a marriage cannot afford any form of division. A marriage cannot afford any type of crack in the wall. No matter what, the moment he made it a comparison between somebody's wife, right? I don't know if he said wife. I need to be careful there, because some people, you have to be careful what you say. They're picking every word. But if he's talking about wife, the moment you make it a comparison between wife, okay, it's not even about wife. The moment you make it about some kind of comparison, that's where the problem came in. It's not even about the spent on or the wasted on or you lived for, because you shouldn't be doing that for any other human being in the first place. You should always make sure you are taking care of yourself as an individual in the first place. But in terms of who you choose to pour into in the context of marriage, that comparison precisely that he did not, I told you there's poison. The poison is somewhere in between the lines. The comparison is what's going to destroy that marriage. Let me go back to make sure.
Girl.
Okay, no girl.
In your life.
In your life.
Young man.
As a young man, he said young man. It's still poisonous, but let's keep going.
Girl.
No girl.
No lady.
No lady.
It doesn't matter whatever you think she is.
Doesn't matter whatever you think she is.
Not one on the face of the earth.
Okay.
Deserves to be spent on, lived for.
Okay.
Wasted on when your mother is alive.
Okay. All right. So here's the problem. People are mixing that up with a wife. Okay. So Apostle Suleman did not say a wife. Okay. Just to be fair, he did not say a wife. But people are mixing that up with, they take that behavior. People try to separate talking stage from dating, from relationship to marriage. The only difference is because one is easier to exit than the other. The way you behave in one is probably how you're going to behave in the other. Now, with that being said, should you be living for, going out of your way to spend on some random girl in the name of she's going to be a wife? No, I agree with him in that, but I want to be careful when we're mixing all of that together. Okay, you shouldn't be doing that. Okay, you shouldn't be doing that if you're a young man and you're just coming up and now you think you're a captain, savior, you know what, right? You shouldn't be doing that. But again, people are mixing all these things together. The reason why I felt like he was talking about the wife is because he brought up when your mother and your sister and all these things are alive. All those people that he just mentioned can also be leeches and parasites. You shouldn't also be going out of your way to be taking care of all these people. You should take care of them, but going out of your way is a problem. You see this poison, right? When you're pouring from an empty cup, in any ramification in life, it will bite you in the butt. Don't make it about comparison between your mother, your sister, and your girlfriend or your wife. Once you start thinking that way, you're probably going to think that way inside of marriage, and it's going to backfire badly. It should be more so about do not pour from an empty cup. So I don't think this is the same message as GehGeh. I think GehGeh is much more poisonous. It's the same thing. Let's just all be careful with the kind of messages we're listening to. Okay, but let me know what your thoughts are about this one. I would like to hear your thoughts about this one right here, because there's some nuances there that I really wanted to spend time on, but no, I don't have the time for that today. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Let's move on to some other stories, and I will be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we don't know.